right, I'm up. We were just talking about you, and you know what I forgot is sadly you still have to go to school.
I know. Well, not that much. Well, I'm on the road because there's not really like a ton of time. But I got really ahead before I came here.
That must be depressing because you're like, I've been working my butt off and making all this money, and I still got to go to school.
Well, at least I'll be smart. At least if something terribly bad happens where I lose it all, at least that's what my teacher tells me at least. She's like, at least you have a backup plan. So that sounds like a good idea.
Okay, get a good investment person. I don't want to see that happen after all this work.
Sounds like a good idea.
Okay, I know you quit Twitter.
Yeah.
Happy about that?
Yeah, very. I think everyone wastes their time, way too much time on the internet. I think kids need to maybe have more restrictions. I know when I was my little sister knows how to make iMovies and knows how to video chat and yada yada. And I know when I was 9, I didn't even have a computer and I didn't know. And I just think you just think back to it and you're like, okay, I was always outside. I was always playing with my friends. I was always doing something, and I was never just sitting around on a computer. And I think kids take too much time and are just allowed too much freedom on the internet. There's you worry about them going out, you worry about them doing this, but I'd be a lot more worried about what they look and see on the internet.
It becomes addicting, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's addicting, and it's just you can anonymously say things that are wrong, and you can see things that are wrong. That it's just there's just so much stuff on there you can't really stop it.
I know, it's awful. Okay, well, just how awful it is. Here are 3 fans of the Kane Show on Twitter.
Okay.
These are the 3 questions they wanted to know.
Okay.
So what 3 things can you not live without when you're on tour?
My cell phone, my mother, and my cell phone, my mom, and probably my computer. I'm pretty video chat with my dad and all that kind of stuff, because you don't really get to see your family. So that's really what keeps us all together. But I never even on the bus, usually I read and that kind of stuff. I don't sit on the internet, but it's really good when I think video chat is the best thing that the internet gives you. Because I'm able to see my dad. My little sister's back home in Nashville, so it's kind of a good thing that we have times that we can set up to see each other. And when my brother was on tour, my brother's been on tour for 3 years before he was on tour with me. So we got a video chat and all that kind of stuff. So that's good. I guess that's a good thing. And probably maybe even my Kindle. That's pretty a good thing too.
Oh, the Kindles are fun,
Yeah,
aren't
the Kindles are better. They're a better version of the computer.
Yeah, say goodbye to books.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of your dad, a lot of people wanted to know, would you ever do a remake of Achy Breaky Heart?
No, thank you. I don't think he'd want me to either. I think that's his thing, and I don't know. I don't want to be known as the Achy Breaky Heart Man's daughter anymore. I'm kind of over it.
You're over it.
Yeah.
No more.
Yeah.
Well, the other cool thing about you, or being a good friend of yours, is they must get amazing gifts. So what's the best gift you've ever bought a friend?
I like doing things that are really personal, so usually I'll go shopping with someone, and they'll say, oh, I really want this or whatever, and then they'll go to check out for it, and I'll bought them. And so I did that recently at Bessie Johnson with my friend. She was picking out all this stuff, and at the end she just got to take it. So that's probably I think the best thing, because they don't expect it, and you know that in their head they're stressing oh, I gotta buy this, and I don't know if I want to buy this. And then I think that's kind of the best surprise is when you pick it out, still thoughtful, you're still with them, but you don't have to worry about gift receipts and all that, because I'm really bad. I'll ask for it too. Be oh, thank you so much. Here's a receipt.
The people that were friends with you before you hit the mother load must be yes.
Yeah, they're all well.
We're going shopping with Miley.
I think true friends don't really care, but for the friends that have been my friends for a long time and that have supported me the whole way, they definitely deserve the perks and the gifts, because they've put up with a lot of crap, a lot of traveling, a lot of missing school to go to LA, a lot of missing cheerleading practice, and the people that always believed in you, I think they definitely deserve to enjoy it with me, because they worked really hard too.
Oh, that's a great way
to put me where I am.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, shifting gears a little bit to something more serious. So many parents and kids, I just put you on such a pedestal of being a role model, and you have all these expectations to live up to. Do you ever just want to tell parents to kiss it and they need to find a new role model? Because I'm kind of with you on this one. I think they put unrealistic expectations on you.
Well, I've told parents this in person and in interviews. If you expect me to be your kid's parent, you're wrong. If you expect me to be a role model, that is part of my job. I'm on a show that's for kids, and it's also I can't tell people that I want to be a good person, that I want to be a role model, and then go against it. But I also don't sit there and say I'm gonna parent your child, because that's not my job either.
Good for you.
Because I have my own parents, and I'm still being taught by them. So my job is to not babysit your kid or take care of them in any way, because well, I'm living just like them, and that's unfair to, give me, not give me that freedom that your kid has.
Do you think that's the hardest part of being who you are? Because I just think the pressure.
It is
you
hard,
can't
but you
even
can't
have
let it get to
fun.
you. I do, and I do have fun, and I think the best thing about me getting off Twitter and like, I'm not one of the people to really like. I've never been that way. Even before I was in the spotlight, I never really cared what people thought. So I do have fun, and it's not everyone's, like, business to know what I do and who I hang out with and where I am. And I think that's why I'm really glad that I'm not in the internet or I'm not like obsessed with telling people with what I'm doing, because a lot of people are, and I feel like they have no privacy. And then I know they'll complain and say I don't have a life, I don't have a personal life, but that's your fault if you're saying what you're doing all the time, And so I think that could be like one of the hardest parts, but it's also one of the best parts, because when you see a kid make a good choice, or get through something hard because of your music or because of something that you did, that's also really rewarding too.
Cool. You just did a cameo on Sex and the City.
Yeah.
Any good dirt from the girls?
I was literally there an hour, and they were all really, really cool, and it was really fun. And it's like a show that I've always been like really into, and I think it's really hard to take a show. I mean, we did it too. It's hard to take a show. You have no idea, like, to make something that's been on for so long and then put it on the big screen, because you can do sillier things or do different stuff on the TV, because you got 30 minutes, or an hour, I guess their show is. And here you've got like 2 hours of like full entertainment, the same characters, but also making it interesting enough and bringing in new characters without changing the base of the show. Because that was what was hard for us in the Hannah movie. We're like, all right, we already have these fans. We don't want to make something completely different, and then the Hannah fans be disappointed. But I think they did a really, really good job. And like, I think they both all of them hold this big screen as well as they do. And I think the people that are obsessed with the show really love it, and the people that haven't even seen all the show, I've taken friends that don't really watch the show, and they've loved it too.
Well, that is a really cool cameo to land.
Oh, for sure.
Okay, one of my favorite questions to ask celebrities, because I always think this is cool, is who's the biggest other celebrity name you have in your cell phone that you could call right now?
Kids don't think it's as cool, but I think Dolly Parton's the coolest, because she's my godmother, and I think she's probably like the coolest person on speed dial, because she's probably the one that can lift you up the most. She's the funniest. Some of her quotes, I really think that I need to start a Dolly book. I told my mom this. I was like, I need to start a Dolly book and write down all the funny things that she tells me, because it's like, honestly, some of the things are just like so great, so great.
Hell yeah, I'd be calling her in the middle of the night just to call her.
She's so fun.
Hey,
and
Dolly.
She says the funniest stuff. This other day I was watching this interview with her, and I just love honest people. And I was watching this interview with her, and they go, so Dolly, how long did it take you to do her hair? And she goes, honey, I don't know, I've never been there. And I was like, yes. I was like, someone honest. I was like, me neither. So funny though, how she's just so honest.
Oh, good. Well, okay, where do we see Miley, and where will you be in 5 years? What are your goals?
I hope just still doing movies and hopefully traveling a little bit more and maybe slow down and get out some time with my family. Right now I'm just on the fast track and doing as much as I can, but hopefully then I'm able to do, movies and cool places and then be home when I'm not filming.
That's right, relaxing, so you don't have to go to school anymore.
Exactly. I know, I'll be how old, geez.
Well, thanks, Miley. Good luck with everything.
Thank you so much.